Hello, friends. My name is Joshua Tartakovsky, and I'm an independent journalist. Right now, reporting or speaking to you from Minsk, Belarus, which is the only place right now besides Sweden and Europe where you can still move around freely, where many cafes and shops are open. However, theaters are closed, and what else is closed? Clubs are closed. Yeah, no late night dancing. So I wanted to use the opportunity to speak about my observations regarding the coronavirus and what I see happening around the world. At the same time, I wanted to make clear that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a virologist, I'm not a biology specialist, and I would highly recommend that everyone should do the research themselves, but also to the best of their ability, but also consult with their medical professionals and with the advice of doctors and of specialists in the field, such as virologists. So, if we look at, let's see what's going on now. Right now, we see a lockdown in various countries. This is unprecedented. Why is it unprecedented? Because Germany has actually been very effective in keeping a low number because it's been putting a lot of money into testing. In Israel, there's been a major lockdown, and the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, promised that there will be various tests conducted, but this did not happen on a large scale. The Israeli media reported that his promises were still not fulfilled. So, why are the entire population being locked down while tests are not being carried out? That's pretty unusual because how long will they be locked down for? People are just being locked down on and on and on. They accepted it every day. People are being just getting used to living in a lockdown, but that's absolutely abnormal and not really. It's a very extreme step. And it's, of course, affecting the economy very badly in many countries, all over the world, obviously. Everywhere it's having a negative effect. So, also, when my friend told me in Slovakia, by now it should take place. There's a major lockdown with the army in the streets, just like there's an army in the streets in Israel and in other countries. So, here's the. I'm not going to give you. Well, let's see what I could give you. What I could give you is raise some questions. Question number one. Many virologists and specialists in the field who've been ignored by the mainstream media to a large degree, and also by various governments, besides maybe the Swedish government or the Belarusian government, have said that usually what happens is if you keep a population in their homes for a long period of time, they're going to not exercise, they're not going to eat well, and then also, once they go out, their immune system is going to be very vulnerable and they'll catch whatever is out there. So the first step is to strengthen people's immune system, and there are various things that could be done. People could eat better, they could exercise, they can take various vitamins in the right quantity with the right food that will strengthen the immune system. But instead what we're seeing is a total lockdown of the entire population, not just of the elderly. So I know we're being told, yeah, that's normal because we need to make sure that the elderly are not affected. But the elderly could still be locked down in special rooms. To lock down everyone is a very extreme step, and you wonder why is it being done. So it seems to me that governments that focus on a lockdown but don't provide testing for their population, for if they don't have the money or they can't get it for whatever reason, they're not doing their job. But a more deeper issue is that anyone with deep, basic sense of common sense can see that doing a lockdown without is killing the economy. It's just killing the economy. And that makes me wonder whether these people have a more sinister interest. Maybe there's some kind of, I don't know, but maybe there's some kind of plan for people to crush the economy, because that's what is looking like now. For example, in the United States, opponents of President Trump have an obvious interest in the economy going down because then they're hoping he will lose in the elections. But there seems to be almost of a global plan to crash the economy. And okay, I'm not saying that the disease is invented. I'm not saying that the COVID-19 isn't real. It's very real and it's a major problem. But there seems to be many irrational steps were taken. For example, the major lockdown, and not governments not telling the population how to increase their immune system. And there's been a lot of only virologists who have a certain very particular perspective were taken into account. and were being broadcasted by the media and they're being heard by the governments. At the same time, it has to be said that in the case of Lebanon, for example, they've been very successful in bringing down the numbers down significantly. They've had a very strong lockdown, but it's working, and that may be the solution. But I do think that a debate is important, knowledge is important, asking questions is important, and understanding what is going on is important. So that's why I wanted to make this short video, with the hope that I'm not saying something that everyone knows about already, but bringing something new to the table, or at least a different angle. And either way, even if I did say things that people know, everyone should think and raise questions and learn more, to use the opportunity to learn more, to understand. Bye-bye.